Hi everyone, Kirk here from Rampart Gear. Today I want to show you another knife that I recently traded for from a member of Blade Forums, and that's a Strider SnG double gunner grip, or DGG. The first time that I ever saw a double gunner grip was actually not on the Strider knife, but was actually on a friend's 1911 pistol. I didn't know that much about Strider knives at the time, and I know that my friend was looking for something that was a little bit, as far as on his handgun, that the panels he had or the grips he had on the pistol were a little too slippery. They were just too slick, and he wanted something that had a little bit more texturing on it, a little bit more tactile type feel. And so he found these Simonich, I believe it's pronounced, or Simonich gunner grips. He bought them for his gun, put them on there and tried them out, and every time he would train or shoot, it really made a big difference in his ability to hold onto the pistol itself, whether his hands were wet or they had mud on them, or even if they somehow got oily or whatever. But after I saw those grips, and then later on when I got into Strider knives, and then I saw that they had one of their same knives with the gunner grips, I really wanted one. So this is the first gunner grip model that I've ever owned. I owned previously a SnG CC, and I really didn't care for it too much. Now I know that they may be similar in size in that they're both kind of thin or a little bit narrower in the pocket than, say, the Lego version, but I seem to really like the gunner grip model better. Again, I don't know if it's any thicker or thinner than the regular CC, but I really prefer this model. Now, a couple of things about this knife compared to some of the other knives. Currently I own a Strider SMF, I own an SJ75, and I'll show you some of these knives in comparison to this knife. The blade length on this knife is actually 3.5 inches long. The overall length on it is 8 1/4. So it's a really good knife size as far as if you're wanting something small but a good sturdy knife like Striders are known for, to carry in your pocket all the time. The other thing that I like about the knife is I like the stonewash finish on it. Now, my SMF that I have here has the black oxide type finish. I find that this finish, it's a great finish. Well, it's just not as slick as the stonewash finish is. Another thing that I've also seen is I've seen gunner grip models that was only the gunner grip on the G10 side, and it was just a regular flame titanium side or a stonewash side on the lock face itself, or on the lock side, the titanium side. Now, one of the reasons why I've got right here, I have these jeans, as you can see, is just to kind of show you, some people ask questions, well, will the gunner grip tear up my pants more than, say, the SMF, with a smooth side, or even the SJ75? I would say that it is a little bit more aggressive texturing, but it's not really bad at all. I mean, it really feels great in your hands. It's not too much that you would say, well, maybe it may hurt my hand. Honestly, I think it's one of the perfect combinations of something that has a good tactile type feel, has good, somewhat, if you want to call it serrations or whatever, but it just feels really well in your hand. So when you actually have it in your pocket like this, something like this, the knife, I mean, it fits really well. There's no problems with it. Fits good in the pocket, and as you can see, I've used these jeans quite a bit, and they've got marks here from wearing knives, and I kind of look at these marks as these are love marks, and I love carrying these knives, whether it be my SMF, the SnG, or other knives that I do have. But I'm really having something like this, as far as will this possibly maybe damage your pants? Maybe if you were wearing something more of a dress pant or something like that, you might want to consider something for that day, maybe an SJ75. Now, talking about the SJ75, let me show you a couple comparisons of their sizes of the knives. When you look at them, obviously with the gunner grip, it has a lot more aggressive texturing, whereas on the SJ75, it has these little bit of texturing, but they're angled lines that go down at an angle this way, and you can feel them a little bit. As far as its size, I think it's a little bit smaller than, obviously it's a little smaller than the SnG, but it's kind of between the SnG and the PT. They use the same type of pocket clips here, the same type of large pivot. The SJ75 doesn't use a hinderer device. I believe it actually just uses this pocket clip. When you flip it over, the actual pivot itself is recessed here, and it's actually smooth almost to the G10, whereas this is actually raised up a little bit, as you can see there. They both use the same type of oval-shaped hole. It looks like from here that the hole on the SJ may be a little bit larger. When you open them up like this, the knives are, looking at them side by side, obviously a different blade shape, somewhat maybe a similar blade length, Yeah, close to it, close to the same blade length. Looking at the handles like this, you can see the blade thickness is heavier on the SnG than on the SJ75. Then go back over to the G10 side like this, and then actually on the lock side. Now, the SJ75 introduced the new Strider lock face, which is more of an angled lock face rather than a curved lock face. So you can see that it's more angled here, and this is a newer model as well that has the same lock geometry or blade tang geometry as this one, like that. So I thought you guys might want to see this. I hope you liked the video. Thank you for the subs. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Whoa!